Hi everyone, you see that house over there? Yes, that one. Well, that was taken with a vintage Swift 15 to 60 times 60 zoom spotting scope. I did a previous review on it for what it was like using visually, and I'll link to that in the description. So first of all, I was up here looking out, as a few of you will recognise, Alkborough Flats in North Lincolnshire. And we're looking over where the Trent and the Ouse and the River Humber all meet. And this photograph, it was taken with my Canon with a 70 to 300mm at 70mm. And so then we zoomed in a little bit to 300, and now we can see that house in a little bit more detail with what looks like possibly a bus behind it. And you can see in the image below the adapter that I used with this spotting scope. It came with it. And so the first photograph I'm going to show you, well, before I do, before everybody doesn't start screaming out, please clean your camera sensor up, because it's full of dust bunnies. Now, as you can see from this photograph, the camera sensor is pretty clean, and so any particles of dust or whatever you notice, they will be in the spotting scope. Somehow the camera sensor picked them up. And so here we are with the Canon EOS body on the spotting scope at 15 magnification, and according to the adapter itself, this gives the telephoto effect of a 1000mm f16. Now, this picture is very misleading. The view through the eyepiece, and anybody, and I have seen somebody comment about it, the view through the eyepiece at this, using this old vintage scope at 15 to 20 times, is stunning. I was tracking a couple of marsh harriers and the views were incredible. And so the image is a bit more soft than you see through the eyepiece, but there are no doubt a number of you that have got much better camera than me and have much better processing software, and you can still pick out quite a bit more detail than you would do with the previous photograph. There is some softening across the view, in particular towards the edge. And here we zoom in, and I was using about mid magnification on the spotting scope, and so this was around the effect of a 2000mm f32. So you're not going to be using this for fast moving objects. This is going to be for static subjects. And again, I think the edge of field sharpness is just that little bit better at mid magnification. Contrast is low, but again, it's an acceptable result. And in processing, with you taking a lot more time than I do, I'm sure you'll get some nice results. And then pushing the limit, really, going right up to 60 magnification. And when I say this is the equivalent of a 4000mm f64, and so you're going to be lucky to get exposure time below 1 second if you're using low ISO. So those are not dust bunnies on the camera, those are just bits of dust in the spotting scope itself that are not visible when you look through the eyepiece. And again, considering the first photograph that you saw, if you're using this for static long distance terrestrial use, maybe some photographs of the moon, I don't know, you can get acceptable results. Yeah, I say acceptable. You can see they're not pin sharp. And another thing to take into account, 60 times 60, that is 60 magnification with a 60mm objective lens. That is an exit pupil of 1mm, and so there is really not much light at all coming through. So your exposure times will definitely increase. But anyway, I really should do more digiscoping videos, and I intend to do so because you do ask to see the results. I may try 1 or 2 other spotting scopes, and you know, show the results what I can get. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and I shall See you next time.